afternoon, my Facebook peeps. How are you doing today? I want to be very brief. I know I normally say brief and I go well beyond brief, but it's kind of a breaking news. Just about 5 minutes past midday, and I'd like to say that we have some terrific news in terms of our sprinters, particularly our 200-meter sprinters. To kick it off, Levell posted a season's best and a personal best of 19.69 seconds in the 200 meter, running into a negative 0.4 win. So we see that Levell is actually stepping up to the plate. I mean, he had shown some good indication, at the Racers Grand Prix when he ran 19.77, albeit in a slightly elevated win. I think the win on that occasion was 2.1 or 2.2 meters per second, something to that effect. But it did indicate to me that he was a genuine 19.7 athlete at that moment. He had some mishap at the national trials, which saw him finish at the back of the pack in the 100 meter. And he posted 20.10 for the win in the 200 meter finals there. But subsequently, we saw where Levell was able to post 9.82 in the 100 meter, which is actually the joint third fastest time for the year. He shares that time now with Courtney Lindsay of the United States. And to follow up on that remarkable 9.82, he posted today at the Gyulai Istavan meet, a meeting record actually of 19.69 seconds. That's the fastest we have seen anyone gone since the era of Bolt and Blake. We have not seen those kinds of time, by a Jamaican. So Levell actually now is the third fastest Jamaican in the 200 meter. I will have to now look to see where that put him in the global ranking, global all-time ranking. But I know for sure, both at 1919, Blake at 19.26, and now Levell at 19.69. I think that's the third fastest Jamaican in history. He certainly is ahead of Donald Quarry. And Rashid Dwyer and the likes of those. So congratulations, Levell. O'Neill Smith, thank you for watching. Now Ashanti Moore continues to improve. You remember she did not meet the qualifying time at the national championship, but subsequently she had gone faster than the 22.57 qualifying standard. I think on the first occasion she went 22.43 and then 22.40, something like that. And now today 22.31 personal best for Ashanti Moore, getting the better of favor of Feely of Nigeria, and of course Darrell Meter of Great Britain. So those are good news in the 200 meters for Levell and for Ashanti Moore. Now I am wondering if it will worth the while if Levell should try and challenge for the 100 meter spot by maybe try to get qualified for the Diamond League final. And if he was to win the Diamond League final, then he would get a bye to the World Championship in the 100 meter. That is a route that he probably could take, but that is dependent on whether or not his coach see the need for him to double at this time. Because what is clear, at 9.82 and at 19.69, this does show that he has tremendous speed. And he's constantly improving. The 21-year-old is constantly improving. Devon James, nice to see you on the live. Also, Conrad Ayman and Dennis Brown. Arthur Williams, I know you are watching too. Thanks for being on the live today. We're just sharing the good news of our Jamaican athletes. Our half lap in the half lap event, the 200 meter. Levell running 19.69 today at the Gyulai Istavan meet. It's actually a meeting record, 19.69. And Ashanti Moore winning the 200 meter, running a personal best also of 22.31 and getting the better of favor of Feely. And of course, Daryl Meter. So that's good news. On the matter of sports also, I saw on Facebook early this morning a post which asserts that Julian Alfred of St. Lucia is hurt and she will not be taking part in any more meet for this month, the month of August. So, you know, I'm wondering if she's genuinely hurt. If she's genuinely hurt, you know, I hope it's not serious, because, you know, we want to see Julian Alfred at the World Championship. We want to see the best athletes there. And if she's hurt, genuinely, I am hoping for a speedy recovery, Julian, and do what is necessary to ensure that you report to the championship in tip-top shape. But it could be strategic also, you know, as people getting nearer and nearer to the World Championship, they don't want to take unnecessary risk. Now, if it's not so Alfred won't be in the Diamond League final for sure, because she's not participating in any competition for the rest of the month. And you know, the Diamond League will be completed before the start of the World Championship. And supposing now that Melissa Jefferson has also decided not to participate in the Diamond League final, it would mean that Alfred and Jefferson would be out, and someone like Tia Clayton could very well find herself. She has 11 points already. She's 8th place at 11. Could very well find herself in the Diamond League final and win. And if Tia Clayton should go to the Diamond League final, as I've said earlier in our previous post, in our previous vlog, that if she should go to the Diamond League final, that's Tia Clayton, because Tina is already through. The other twin is already through, Tina, who won at the national championship. But if we recall, Tia suffered an injury in the final, and as such she finished at the back of the pack, because I mean clearly she was not able to execute properly. But we have not seen Tia since. But she's advertised to participate next week at the Celestia, this weekend actually, at the Celestia Diamond League in Poland. And so if she could do well there and advance, amass enough points and advance to the final of the Diamond League, Tia Clayton could also join her sister at the World Championship if she wins the Diamond League final. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that will actually be the course, that will actually be the outcome, that Tia will use the Diamond League as another route to qualify and get the bye to the World Championship, which would mean Jamaica would now field 4 women in the 100 meter at the World Championship. I'm not trying to benefit from people's disaster or adversity, but it is what it is. Alfred has announced that she will not participate in any meet for the rest of the month, so she's out for the rest of this month. So she won't be at the Diamond League final, and I don't see the incentive for Melissa Jefferson to go to the Diamond League final, except financial. But you know, when you reach that close to the World Championship, people are very iffy. They don't want to really run, because you know, you don't want to be injured to be injured on the eve of the World Championship. You know, that would be a major blow. So people are playing it a bit safe. So I personally am not expecting to see Melissa Jefferson Wooden at the Diamond League final, because I know she wants the title. She came third at the Olympic last year in the 100 meter. I think she wants that World Championship title this year, and I don't think she's going to do anything that could be a potential risk. I don't think she wants to come so close to the World Championship and something unexpected happened. And, so she's already at the World Championship, so the incentive to run at the Diamond League, it's not a case like in previous years when the Diamond League final would be after the World Championship or after the Olympics. This time the Diamond League final will conclude before the start of the World Championship, and so therefore, no one will want to take the risk before the World Championship. After the World Championship, there is no risk. So you will see people turn up in the Diamond League final once the Diamond League final is scheduled after the World Championship or the Olympics. But once the Diamond League final is scheduled before the World Championship or the Olympics, people become a bit iffy as to whether or not they need to do that, because at the end of the day, the major prize is actually the world title this year, the 100-meter world title. So if those two individuals, two fastest women in the world this year, in Melissa Jefferson Wooden and Julian Alfred, if they are absent from the Diamond League final, it could probably create an easier passage for Athena Clayton to come through and to win and to get the bye to the World Championship. So this is all I have to say at this point in time. Join me at another time when I'll be discussing another topic in sports. Thank you. Have a great rest of the Tuesday afternoon.